Charity Gaming Guild presents the Nat Pun Podcast.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, or whenever you're listening, one and all. It is I, your host Andy, and I'm here for this week's Downtime. Now, before we actually start, I want all of our listeners to join me, because just before, a couple of days before the episode that we just ran, was our illustrious leader's Ash, his birthday. So I want everyone to join us in singing Happy Birthday to Ash.
Apologies to headphone users.
One, two, three, four. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ash. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Andy.
You're welcome.
John.
Did you see the panic in his face when he thought we were going to say Ash?
Well, it's a two-syllable lyric, isn't it, in
Yeah.
the song? And my name's only one syllable.
How fake.
What, wanker?
That's still two. That's still two syllables.
Oh, yeah.
It's the... Yeah, we'll leave that there.
Okay, so, as usual, I am joined by, apparently, the ethereal Bertie, the radiant John.
I am, thank you.
And we didn't have an objective for you, so what was your adjective?
Well, I never give myself one.
Well, you should. So that I can use it.
Mad Madam Mim.
Yes.
Mystical Mad Madam Mim.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant character.
Oh, Sword in the Stone, yeah.
Do you want to say hello, everyone?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Right. Good.
Ash didn't say hello.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Say hello.
So, Ash, we didn't actually cover off why the. I mean, I can get some of it. So there was radiant damage in the game, but why the particular words?
According to the internet, the words ethereal, radiant, and virtuous are all words that are synonymous with angels.
Oh. You think we're angels?
No,
Robbie Williams angels?
absolutely not.
Oh.
More hell.
Charlie's Angels?
Hell's angels?
Hell's Angels.
No.
Oh.
Big old choppers.
Pardon?
Yep.
Ooh la la.
Why was Bertie then when he said yep?
I'm the only one brave enough to admit to it.
That's very, very strong pop.
Right.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear.
So, welcome one and all to this week's episode, which, as we established at the end of the game last week, is going to be titled "Patch is Dead Again." So, welcome.
And for the fourth time, welcome.
Welcome. Welcome, and more welcome.
Welcome, Andy. Welcome.
Welcome in. Right. We started the session. We were on a celestial plane after being spat out of that vortex.
Ah,
Spat.
spat out.
Yes, we were spat out. There we go. That's that was an in joke that was off here. No. And Ash went on to say how beautiful this place was, but then, in typical Ash fashion, ruined it by using non-King's English by saying that it smelt of. Now I put candy floss and you put
I said cotton candy, didn't
cotton
I?
candy.
I said cotton
Yeah.
I went Americanisms on you.
You did. Now,
That's
no,
fine.
that's
We
fine.
might have
This is
some,
in the US of A.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're American, that is absolutely fine. But we're not.
Well, no, I'm trying to make the podcast internationally encompassing.
Yeah.
So,
Marshmallows as well. Apparently, it smells.
yeah, I mean, I was
White chocolate.
not chocolate.
Oh, we've had that conversation with velvetizers and the likes.
Num num.
And we were in a field, albeit with a rather large burnt patch, which was being created to resurrect our dear friend Patch. And there was a temple nearby and mountains in the background. So how did you feel? once we'd been dumped on this new ethereal plane.
Somewhere a bit different.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised because it wasn't what I expected it to be.
But were you feeling disorientated?
Not until you mentioned being able to see the All Havens kind of up in the sky.
Yeah.
Not until you mentioned the sky, then I felt disorientated.
Patch was
Perhaps
very...
very disorientated.
I have a question,
Yeah.
if I may be so bold as to ask it. John, you're a War Council DM, and initially when you joined the War Council, you had the Celestial Realm.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of the way I described the Celestial Realm match up with how you pictured the Celestial Realm when you were a War Council? Well, when that was your region?
Yeah. So I always pictured it as lots of different realms, but all very extreme almost in what they are. So if it's nature, it's extreme nature. If it's, whatever, mountainous, they are massive mountains. If it's grassland, it's completely flat for miles, sort of thing. The sort of extreme end of whatever it is that particular area or part of the Celestial Realm represents.
It met your expectations then?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But you're claiming that we weren't, as a group, we weren't disorientated, yet not one of us picked up on the fact that the grass wasn't green.
Well, he did say that we didn't notice because you assume that the grass is going to be green, so your brain fills in that bit. So if you're overstimulated, your brain will fill in holes for you until you have a moment to chill out and then actually register
I prefer to fill my own holes in.
disparities.
Adonis hasn't been overstimulated for years.
No wonder you're going to go with that, isn't it, John? The Dobbs hasn't had his whole stimulated for years.
Ash, were you influenced when you actually created this razor sharp silver grass? You weren't influenced in any way, shape, or form after watching Alien Badlands?
I have never seen Alien Badlands.
Oh, okay.
So no.
Ah, there you go.
That's a short answer there.
But now, spoiler alert for anybody, including us, who
God's
hasn't
sake.
watched it, the whole premise of the movie has now been ruined.
So the premise
we
of
know
Alien
is that
Badlands is sharp grass.
Is that the whole premise? Is it
Sharp grass.
No. Sharp.
Well, no point watching it now.
No, have you?
Feels like an episode of
I have
Buffy,
seen that. I have seen that film.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not Alien, is it?
It's the new one.
Oh, Predator, sorry. Yes, Predator, not Alien.
That's what threw me because you said
Yes, I did
have
say Alien, but that's because I'm old and forgetful.
Yeah, we know. I have seen that film, but I didn't join the dots. So if I did, it's subconscious.
Oh.
Left a lasting impression on your subconscious.
I loved that film.
I haven't seen it yet.
BTW. Watch it. It puts an entirely new spin on the Predators and gives you so much more about their culture.
I really want to, but I refuse to pay. I already pay for Amazon. I'm not paying additionally for more Amazon.
It's great.
No.
Good.
Just right.
No. I'm not paying more for another subscription service. No.
Okay.
So if you guys want to download it and send it to me, I'll watch it.
I saw it at the cinema.
Oh,
I have a cinema card. I love the cinema.
I miss this.
I'm just thinking how much I spend on subscription.
I mean, if
I don't
you
wanna think
want
about
to chuck one in for me, I'm open to it. Or we could all go on a cinema date.
It's not in the cinema anymore, though, is it?
Why didn't we had to see that?
Oh.
Bring a projector, we'll pop it up on the wall.
Yep, go on, next time. No episode next month, guys. We're just going to be watching Badlands. Oh, fantastic.
Got your projector there.
So the short answer is no.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that killed that conversation.
Was that an off the cuff, or was that pre-planned that the grass was going to be?
I don't normally tell people what I've off the cuff and what I've planned. What do you think?
I think it was pre-planned because otherwise you wouldn't have gone through the pain of mentioning it. You're like, no one's asked anything about the grass, so I'm going to have to make sure I mention the fact that there's something weird about the grass.
I think it was off the cuff, and I think the reason he doesn't tell us is because he's embarrassed at how little amount of planning he's done, and he wants people to assume that he's done a lot of planning.
What do you think, John?
I think he probably had one bullet point that said shiny grass. or
Yeah,
something
question
like
mark.
that. And that's enough to prompt it. Somewhere in the middle, I reckon.
Do you want the actual honest answer?
He's gone, how many things in this can I make silver?
Yeah.
Grass, tick. Blood, tick.
I'll give you as much behind the screen as you want to hear, but it might kill the magic.
It's just grass, Ash.
Oh, no, it's not, though. It's not. It's not just grass.
It's the only thing
So,
I want to know
every-
about is grass.
Right, well, I'm going to tell you the whole fucking
yeah.
story, all right? So get comfy, because the next 20 minutes is me. So,
Easy episode, has it?
You have gone to Celestial Realm to find Lady Ophelia Rose, who is like the Marshal of the Order of Life. So initially, that temple was going to be dedicated to Melora. However...
Penelope Ophelia.
What did I say?
You just said Ophelia Rose, I think.
Oh, well, I apologise for not using her full name.
Yeah, we got told off for not doing that before.
We did.
so,
Her. Initially, that temple was going to be dedicated to Melora. So much so, I'm going to open my notebook and show you that what I normally do when you have a fight is draw out the battle map so I get an idea. I put a tree on the ground. It wasn't a tree, was it? In the episode, it was a dragon's head. Because on the fly, I decided to change it from a Temple of Melora to a Temple of Bahamut. Being all draconic and everything like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, who is... We'll come on to the rest of it. We can talk about how this all fits in later on.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Bahamut being the platinum dragon, platinum dragon being the thing, and platinum is silver coloured, not made out of silver, obviously it's made out of platinum. I thought, well, I need to really hammer home the point that this is Bahamut. What the fuck else can I do on the fly? So I made the grass silver, and I'm like, that's cool. And I thought, silver could probably be quite sharp as well, so it was all on the fly. It was never meant to be silver. It was never meant to be sharp. It was never even meant to be a Temple of Bahamut. It wasn't meant to be a dragon's head on the floor of the room where you fought the monster. It was all meant to be Melora. And during the course of writing the episode, I thought, no, that sounds like a better idea, so changed it all.
The magic's gone from there.
Well, so the answer to my question was, it was part pre-planned, part off the cuff. Which is... Anyway, Andy?
Mental note, if you don't want to be bored, don't ask any questions. Okay, right.
I'm going to sit here and sulk for the rest of the episode. I'm not even going to look at you guys anymore.
Okay, so, I mean, John, you've already mentioned it. So we established that the grass was both silver and sharp, which apparently was on the fly. Then, which would be a much more succinct answer to the question.
So I'm not going to tell you guys anything ever again. I'd rather run the game for Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Then G noticed something up in the skies, which were not your traditional sort of cloud-laden bluey skies, but it was more like space. But we saw the entirety of the All Havens, including the hell suspended beneath. And then we saw lots and lots of green flashes.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Also on the fly. No, not on the fly.
Thanks,
I was
Ash.
on the fly.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a Pizza Hut.
What?
Hey?
Right, don't ask. Nobody asks.
What do you mean, a Pizza Hut?
Is that past Thomas?
No. I'm here to bore the tits off everybody.
So, and then we saw, to our absolute shock and horror, the entirety of the All Havens split asunder.
Dun dun dun.
And some of us were able to identify where we lived or came from was no
I've
more.
got a question. Why did you choose to do it then? Why not when we were on the All Havens?
I thought that was a
Because
brilliant place to do
I
it.
thought it was a brilliant place to do it, but was it a conscious?
Yeah, that was not on the fly. And because I would be willing to bet that every other DM is going to break the world while people are stood on it. And I thought it would be cool to be able to see the world breaking from a different realm, so you get a different perspective on it.
Yeah.
So you, as a party, now understand that it's a global thing, whereas as a party in a campaign on the world, you might think it's just a regional thing.
Yeah.
But you guys, like as in Adonis, Vesper and G, know the magnitude of what's happened is world-spanning. That's why I did it that way.
It's very cool.
I have a question as well. We did some, if you're all right for me to jump in again, Andy? I don't want to bore you. We did some like character building with, I'm going to ignore him. It's impossible to tell whether he's actually fallen asleep or he's taking the piss. We shared hotel rooms with you before.
I can do both.
Yes, you can do both pretty easily. You can have a full conversation with Andy while he's asleep. It's quite interesting. Anyway,
We have been doing most episodes.
yeah. And we did some character building in session for Vesper, didn't we? How did you find that?
That's good. I liked it.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't like having too much solids for a backstory. I said this before. I like kind of finding it out as you go along. and it worked. That was kind of the perfect time to go, yeah, where does it make sense? And we originally went for one place, it was like the Dragon's
Gate.
Yeah, Dragon Gate. And I was like, oh, where that one thing was that we were going to go and see. And you're like, oh, no. Which is good. So it's fun to have those little moments. But yeah, I liked it. Plus, you can almost make up things as well. So adding it in. But no, that was good. Yeah, and it was nice to then give, because I had very much been floating it of I don't know which area of the Allhaven she might have come from. So it was nice to go, okay, I'm near Oceanhold now. Well, not, and Astral Academy as well. So that kind of created a little bit more of a link between her and Adonis, that she probably would know a bit more about the Astral Academy.
Yeah.
Whereas before it was very much, this is a completely alien element to me. Anything to do with that is going to be down to him to take care of. But now there's the possibility that if we're doing something to do with that, I can actually maybe help with this because I might know. So yeah, I liked it.
I thought it was fun. I quite enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
I don't think that happens very often in games of D&D.
No.
That collaborative backstory development. Because did you have somewhere in G's backstory, Andy, or did you do that kind of on the fly?
Which bit?
Where you
you
said
come
your
from.
home has gone.
Oh, that bit was on the fly.
Yeah, I don't go into too much depth though, because you're.
No.
No, I'm not.
No.
That was the full answer.
Oh right. So I naturally expected more. I forgot you're not at the same level
No.
of
No, boring.
intelligence.
No.
They love each other really, listeners.
Yeah.
Hey, he had a fight with you the other week. It's my turn now. John,
That's
you're
true.
next time.
Expect fisticuffs.
Was it jelly wrestling we were going to be doing on one? Yeah.
Jelly wrestling. Oh.
I like that.
I like when you look at me and do that noise.
I prefer custard.
That's a slightly less a well-known sport.
Yeah,
Not in Andy's life.
it's true. Yeah, I've got a room dedicated to
So
it.
that's what you use the whole pool for.
That's what the canoes are for.
So obviously that was quite a shock. Us standing there watching our
fact.
entire home world obliterated. And you gave some kind of cryptic clues as to what I certainly perceived as being some intervention by a stronger power than us. Because you were saying that the Goldier was drifting towards the very edge of the earth and looked like it could drop off. But something anchored it in place.
I actually told you, if you know a little bit about the Allhavens, I told you why or how that hasn't dropped off the edge of the world. You could figure that out from the description I gave of the world.
Yeah, but you haven't told our listeners.
Oh, the listeners were listening to the episode. They should be able to figure it out too.
Okay.
Well, I can go into it in depth if you want, but I don't want to bore you.
I think I did struggle a little bit with that bit because as above table knowing the details of what was happening, it was tricky to figure out how Vesper would have reacted to that in-game. Because it's like, actually, she potentially might have gone, we need to get back right now. There is a catastrophe, something's gone really wrong, we shouldn't be here, we need to call whoever we can or do whatever we need to and just stop what we're doing because something's obviously gone very wrong. So it was tricky to not follow that thread because it would have been very difficult to convince her otherwise if she had made up her mind, but also going, oh, it's okay because it's nothing to do with us. It's not our fault that's happening.
I think if Vesper had actually suggested we return, G's fear would have been, as the entirety of the landmass has changed, it's a risk that we're going to end up portaling back into the middle of what is now an ocean and drowning.
We wouldn't have been able to get back anyway. We have no idea how to get back. We'd have to go and find. We need to go and find Penelope to get back
Via a pit stop.
Yeah, just keep making the joke until it lands then.
Yes.
That's how it works.
So having seen this, Adonis wanted to make some sort of record of what was going on. And it led to...
first map.
It was almost like a take heart moment where there were drawings of various quality being created.
Crowns for Vesper.
It was crayons for Vesper, yeah.
I thought it was a finger painting, to be perfectly honest. I think
She put her
slots there.
heart and soul. She's like, my palm will be the main bit, and then the vein, like the creases in my palm, will be where it breaks apart. Let's just hope it matches.
I think it looked more like a piece of toilet paper that her finger had gone through.
That's just mean.
I think the quality of Adonis's paper is slightly better than that.
I think our listeners should submit fan art maps.
Yeah.
And then we should rate them.
Yeah,
Adonis, G, or Vespa.
absolutely.
Yeah, which category?
Are we going to ask them to do it old school with pen and paper, or are we going to allow them to use digital solutions?
I don't care, whatever they want. I'm going to let them have at it. They can go for it.
Go for it.
I mean, there is an official map, obviously, in our Player's Companion 2026, but
I imagine the problem with Vespas is she spent a ridiculous amount of time trying to draw a tiny little, what would be Kraken, but we discovered last time we met was Kragan in the little corner in the water. You know that how on a map they'll show the water and they'll show like the
sea
beast.
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the little ship and then. So
Sea
there's that bit is
monsters.
amazing. The rest of it just looks like crap. I think that was a nice little team building thing.
Our team very nice there.
Everything. Then we're just going to sit down for an hour
there's some maps.
and draw some maps. Everybody get comfortable.
Adonis loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. It was like a little class field trip in his eyes.
And then the prize at the end was that Patch came back.
Yep.
Going to sit down and draw some maps of your world burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did confirm it wasn't burning because I think if
Well,
we had said it
okay.
was, there would have been a lot more panic.
Yeah, possibly. I was prepared for you to say you want to go back to the main world. Exactly what John said. It was like, you've got no other way of getting there other than doing what you come here to do.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so the plane that we're on, is it a flat disc the same as what we were on before? Or is it, like, how does that work? Because the world is flat. The plane that we're on, how would that...
the celestial realm is made up of different, almost like different planets.
Okay.
And they're joined by different gates, and there's a gateway into the celestial realm, which has guardian angels, which is where Mendak's from previous campaigns from. So you're kind of like in your own little world when you're in that plane dedicated to that god or that realm.
So it's not a flat, it's a round...
Yeah, it's a concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
It
very,
doesn't really have boundaries. Does it?
no, the celestial realm's very,
Loosey-goosey.
yeah.
If you had a really long rope on a grappling hook, could you jump off the top of the All Havens and grappling hook like Lara Croft into hell?
Into hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, in hell you could, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, because hell was attached to the bottom of the All Havens by enormous chains.
So there wouldn't be something that would stop you, like it stopped
So the oceans pour off the edge of the world, so it's like
Yeah.
a curtain of ocean.
Yeah.
So you'd have to go through the curtain of ocean.
Cool.
Swing
Into
through.
hell.
So gravity, once you actually go off the edge and head down towards the hell, remains constant. There's no change in gravity. You don't start
And is it the
picking up.
same way up,
Yeah,
or is it the other way?
It hangs underneath. So I imagine, I suppose hell creates gravity?
Gravity.
Hell creates gravity for the All Havens, I suppose.
And is it...
Which is how it continues. So you don't just go whoop, onto the bottom of the All Havens, be upside down looking at hell above but below you.
So is it... The All
That's a mind
Havens
fuck.
is the right way up, hell is the right way up,
Yeah.
or the All Havens right way up, hell's the other way
No,
up?
no, hell's the right way up.
So then the chain's like attached.
Yeah, it literally hangs at the bottom of the world.
Like a flower basket.
So there is talk of a DM who may or may not be interested in the realm of hell doing some kind of an adventure based around those chains. Because so this is why Nagwalder didn't fly off the edge of the world, because it's attached by a chain to hell, which stops it once it gets to a certain point. But what happens when those land masses twist? Do those chains twist? So is hell now twisted? If hell twists on two chain, but the other one holds it in place, he's looking at me like I'm mental. Does that mean the landmass of hell snaps as well? And cracks?
Are there only 3 chains then?
No, there's loads.
Chain. In my Adventure Day adventure, I have a hell-themed bit with chains, so I'm keeping with the theme.
There you go.
Nipple chains.
Pardon?
Never said anything. What are you talking about?
Can't prove anything on a recording.
No.
Okay, and it's only. Let's move on to it. Nipple chains. Right. It's only at the point that, at this point, when we finish with the maps and Vespa realised just how crap hers was, that's the point we actually established that the grass was sharp. Because as she tore hers up and threw it to the ground, it disintegrated. Is that the right word? Disintegrate?
No, it is how
would it not be
described
shredded?
It wasn't shredded. It literally, in my mind, did disintegrate. Yeah. Again, for magical purposes.
Okay.
Like if you're in the celestial realm and someone drops a piece of litter, I would have thought the gods have somehow managed to put some kind of enchantment on the ground to make sure the litter doesn't remain.
Ah, so they have celestial road sweeps with brooms
magical
that
road sweeping
are
stuff.
20 years old, but they've had 14 new handles and 12 new heads. Yeah,
Yes, true.
okay. You know?
Pick that one up.
Yeah. Right, so we've kind of at that point now where we're thinking, well, we need to do something else. Can't just stand here. And the only other point of interest that was visible was the temple.
Yes.
Shocking.
So we all decided we're going to head towards the temple.
Well, technically there were mountains that I think we could have headed towards.
Yeah, but they
seemed like you wanted us to go
temple was closer, and Adonis was feeling tired, so
So would Andy.
so we thought we'd go. Hey, my player's not as old as me. My character isn't as old as me.
I don't think Kalashtar lived that long, do they?
So as we approached the temple, that's when we sort of saw that it was covered in sort of carvings and illustrations of dragons, and it was made of white marble.
Pretty.
And we entered to be greeted by a scene of pure horror. A humanoid figure laying motionless on the ground, with blood, albeit silver blood, everywhere.
Did anybody else picture the unicorn blood from the Harry Potter movies?
Yeah, as soon as I said it.
Yeah, awesome. Just making sure.
What unicorn blood from Harry Potter?
In the Harry Potter movies, when he's eating the unicorn so that he can gain some of his life force back, there's like a pool and it's like a pearlescent white, oil slicky, silvery.
Blessing.
Never seen Harry Potter?
I've seen Harry Potter. I've seen them all, but I don't remember that scene.
You must have remember last month's episode.
No, I don't remember what I had for breakfast either. I don't know.
Whatever it was in a bowl.
Was it?
Sorry. See.
Ah, but was that mine?
There was 2 bowls, so unless your lovely other half is eating double breakfasts, which I don't think she would. I mean, she can if she wants. She's hungry. We ain't gonna breakfast shame on this show. A second breakfast. Please save me.
We've gone from unicorn blood, angel blood to unicorn blood to breakfast to hobbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're crossing multiple films.
Harry Potter to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
We're getting closer to come back to D&D.
Yeah. It's very difficult to picture that in your head without the blood being red, though.
Yeah. By not having the blood red, it feels otherworldly, doesn't it? It feels like it's unnatural, like not what you're expecting, perhaps.
I think it was almost not as horrific an image in my head, because the idea of like red blood smeared everywhere, especially on white marble.
So I agree with you. It wasn't horrific when you first described like the blood on the floor, but then when it was like missing hands, missing face, missing feet, it's
Eyes,
like
elves down.
yeah,
I think it was missing eyes, missing jaw, missing hands, missing feet, wasn't
yeah, that's pretty horrific then.
And there was a lot of internal turmoil for both me as a player and Vespa when I got near the angel, to not just be like grabbing bits of its body, be like, ooh, angel. But then when you said like the body had been all cut off, would you know in your head an angel was like an Adonis, and you always, when you just want to give him a squeeze.
Hold on, did you just say the angel's like an Adonis and you just want to give him a squeeze? Is that what you just
I
said?
thought that you named just Adonis. Yeah, and she's been holding it back. All she wants to do is squeeze Adonis's snout. Give him a little chin a scratch. But because in my head, that's what I said, like building the image in your head, you say it's an angel, like big fluffy wings. You imagine like the gold hair flowing back, like the statue of Adonis, you know, the marble statue. That's where my the really muscly kind of. So, but then that's why I asked what they were wearing. You'd be like loincloth over.
Well,
But the fact
thanks
that
to put it there, didn't I?
Absolutely.
That would have been a very different episode.
Very different, yeah.
So we've established that this poor angel, is not likely to resurrect, despite the knowledge carried by our good friend Adonis.
It was a good catch on the law from John there.
Yes.
But did we ever really establish why the level of gratuitous violence? You know, why was it not just enough to kill this poor angel? Why did it have to be completely decimated in such a way? I mean, was it just anger issues?
Anger issues, what did you say, John?
The blood war's still going, isn't it? Between hell and the heavens.
The creature that you will probably come on to talk about is the devil. That's the creature type, so it's literally angel, devil. Gratuitous violence for gratuitous violence sake, because there's such a conflict between the two.
Yeah. The one thing that interested me though is the idea that having it being in the celestial plane and that happen, knowing that they wouldn't resurrect, would that send off alarm bells to other creatures that resided in the celestial plane, where they could be like, oh, Pete's going to be back any minute now. Oh wait, Pete's not coming back. Ding, ding, ding. Something bad is going on. If there was any kind of link between the angels in that way, they would kind of be able to sense when one of them, because they are meant to keep coming back, if they could sense when one of them wasn't going to return or had gone for good. And I was intrigued to know whether that was something that was possible. We're going to turn around and then the devil is dead and we're just standing over the body like, we didn't.
So is this celestial plane absolutely enormous, or is the population of angels very small? Because I imagine he might have, when being attacked in this way, might have been saying, guys, help! Anyone out there? Come on, come and help me!
The lore that we had for our celestial realm was quite sparse. If only we had a war council again, who's looking after it.
I can fill in what I had as ideas as the war council DM for that area.
Yeah,
for
go
a while. So there's different levels of angels. So the super powerful ones, there aren't that many. There's kind of 9 at the very top level that help look after all the different realms, and then lesser angels. There's various gateways into the celestial realms, and they're guarded by angels. If angels die outside of the celestial realm, they die for good. So the angels very rarely leave because it's risky. So they try and stay in the celestial realm. Because of the blood war with hell, there's always demons and things trying to find their way in, either by tricking an angel or brute forcing it or whatever it is, using a distraction, like us going through the portal to slip in through the gateway at the same time. And yeah, really once they're there, they're just trying to cause damage and trouble more than anything else. That's the way I kind of pictured it working.
Yeah, go for that. Sorry.
I was just going to say on your point of it about them screaming for help, I always had in my head they're very proud, so they'd be like, no, I got this. They're a bit arrogant angels, so they'd be like, I don't need to call for help, I got this.
They don't.
My eyes are gone.
They don't age, they don't need to rest, they don't need to sleep. Why would they? That's their post, why would they ever change?
Yeah.
Right. They get, the way I kind of think is they get issued to guard a gate, that's their job for eternity.
I imagine that works both ways around as well. So they're too arrogant to call for help, but they're also too arrogant to leave their posts. Like, well, I can't come and help you because that'll leave this exposed, so I've got to stay here.
Yeah.
They're not a limitless supply. In terms of even if they were linked up in some way, I think that'd still be the case. They still wouldn't leave their posts. There's no roaming angels, I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah. But just if it would put them on high alert, or there would be some a special contingent that's their job is to, when something happens, they go and investigate.
Possibly.
if you've got angels that are set on posts for eternity, and you've got no free angels to do stuff.
I think it's the arrogance of it, though, isn't it? Like, we're on the gates, we're angels, nothing's going to get through. Why do we need someone to roam?
And could that be the birth of that particular group, in as much as when a mummy angel falls in love with a daddy demon and they do naughties together, they do the horizontal dancing, that's when they create a Hell's Angel?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So what would that make? Like legitimately, if an angel and a demon were like, what baby would they make?
I reckon it'd be a human.
Yeah?
I reckon so.
Because a tiefling is a human and a fiend, isn't it? Or a devil,
Something like that, yeah.
But I don't. And then an Asamar is like an angel and a human, maybe.
I don't really know, to be honest.
Then just an angel and a demon. It's a frog. They make a frog. It's just so odd. It's just that's all that can come out.
Maybe it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like trying to breed a cat of a dog.
Ew.
Hog.
I was thinking that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Absolutely. So we'd sort of, obviously we'd come into this room, we'd seen all this carnage. We did start to do a little bit of exploration, and Adonis noticed there was a bit of a break in one of the walls. And we also saw these large elephant-style footprints traipsed through the trail of blood and heading indeed towards this crack in the wall. I mean, did we all assume it was a door?
I think that first description, as soon as we spotted it, you made it pretty clear there's a doorway or something there. It wasn't whether it was a physical door or an illusion, I wasn't quite sure, but yeah.
And at one point, Vesper decided she was going to go and walk around the perimeter.
Yeah.
Why select, given that by your own admission at the last episode, Vesper still hadn't forgiven G, why select G to come with you?
Because he said he was uncomfortable in there. So she was
you softening to it?
Yes, maybe.
It's working.
It was definitely not because if they got attacked, she could run away and he could get either fall behind, get left behind. But no, it was a case of, well, Nyx will be in here with Adonis, and not knowing it, it's better if we stick together. He's obviously busy. Yeah.
I keep forgetting Nyx is there, because that's why I asked Adonis if he's going to be on his own, all on his own.
I think someone did mention Nyx when you said that, didn't they?
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah.
She's just too quiet, isn't she? She needs to talk more.
Yeah.
I'm very conscious of stealing the limelight with the DMPC. But she has a purpose and a reason for being
Oh, darling. You honestly think you could steal the limelight? I mean, look. Just look.
There's a reason we're audio recording.
Absolutely. So we went for a little stroll around the temple, and using my sharpened wit and intellect, I established that it was indeed a reverse TARDIS because it was bigger on the outside than it was on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Which suggested there might be another room. Maybe behind the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Well, we all know there was.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's very true.
The question is, how long would it take you to get into the room?
Well, yes.
The first door was no problem. Like, easy. That's fun.
Still took longer than it probably should have to get through that.
We were
first
trying
door.
to make sure it was safe though, rather than.
Well, you did do a detect magic, didn't you? And there was enchantment magic coming from behind the door.
Yeah, which I'm assuming was the other door and the
Yes.
second door and the stuff
And then, as you say, we opened the first door after much deliberation and trial and error by pushing it. And then we were presented with a second door, also marble, also splattered with this silver blood, but there was also a little pedestal with hands forming a bowl that was filled with this silver blood.
Yes.
And an inscription.
Yes, there was.
I have a question. Seth, That second door felt a lot more Melora-ish in its description of how it looked. Why was the writing still in Draconic?
Because the door was in place to seal a vault to a item of Melora, which we'll come on to in a bit, I'm sure. But it was put in place by Bahamut.
So he nicked it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he nicked it. Maybe he's agreed to protect it.
Okay. So it was... The door was like an homage to Melora, but it was still in Draconic because it was still made by the same people who did everything else in there. Okay.
Yeah, that's what my head was of it anyway.
Okay.
It's definitely not because you change the temple on the fly.
Well, it is because I on the fly, but that's how I justified it to myself in that moment.
There seemed to be a lot of confusion with our interpretation of that the slogan on the wall, especially around cleansing. We didn't quite seem to work out how we were supposed to cleanse, and there were various attempts, like killing birds, slicing your hand open.
Yeah, that was
Washing
quite something,
yourself.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ways to open the door, you could have used fresh water that had been blessed or magically purified, healing magic cast into the basin, water combined with holy symbols, prayer, ritual devotion, or blood willingly given, followed immediately by a purification method, such as healing.
So the holy water, I could have poured that in instead of the healing potion.
Yes. But someone tried to bless themselves?
I put like a dot on my forehead
Yeah,
to start off with, and there was a point where I thought about pouring that in.
yeah. So you did that, and then also G.
Yeah, G
did
was doing
some
lots
symbology,
of-
I think, was the words
yeah,
you mentioned.
yeah.
But neither of you are religiously aligned.
Oh no,
So
absolutely.
it didn't mean anything.
Right.
Had you been a cleric and done that, that would have been different.
Yeah.
But it didn't match your character's.
Yeah,
backgrounds
I
as such,
was
even though
just-
the intent was there.
I was just stealing a scene from the Mummy, and I was going through every religion that I could think of and using the appropriate sort of, yeah, just to sort of protect myself from whatever had
Oh
killed
no, it
this
wasn't
angel.
Benny. Sorry. It wasn't Benny.
No.
No. It was Omar Jalil's character. And I'm going to find out who that is, because otherwise it's going to be stuck in my brain.
Okay.
I like the idea.
Benny.
I thought, are you sure it was
Yeah.
Benny?
Yeah.
Okay,
Got
I'll
the
trust
necklace with all
you.
the different charms on, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
It's- yeah, saying
Okay.
okay. In all different languages.
And recites all the incantations in the appropriate language as well, like
Yeah.
Cantonese and.
Oh yeah, because he's backing up to the wall.
Yeah.
That was genius.
Never seen it.
You've never seen The Mummy?
Oh dear. Well, that's another episode gone while we watch The Mummy.
Well, that's why the healing potion worked.
I think that's a community episode. Ash reviewed The Mummy. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Ash reviews the mummy.
yeah. We'll watch it live, and you can do like Ash's commentary.
It might be a bit boring for some people.
Guess who's got the horses?
Yeah, I'm sick of that.
on the right side of the river?
I think that would be brilliant. But I like the fact that you went over to him and you started doing this, and then Vesper's head, she was like, "Oh, he's kind of doing like last rites. That's kind of sweet." And then you're like, "Just to make sure I don't get haunted or whatever." Like,
Yep.
yes. Like, nice, yeah.
But we finally did it, and I think it was probably more luck than judgment. I don't think I certainly didn't feel that we put the clues together and thought, "Oh, we need to do this." We were just trying anything we had stand.
It was very similar to what we had to do to get into the vampire's vault, and that's why I was like, there has to be another layer to this, because if it's just blood again, that's too similar.
I was thinking it had to be something like radiant. So look, none of us have healing magic, otherwise we would have cast a healing spell or something on it. So it was like, well, these used angel blood, which would be celestial. So let's go and kill a celestial bird and try a celestial bird's blood and see if that works.
So we just like murdered
The
a
logic was
celestial
there.
seagull.
Which apparently we're having for dinner.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I'm not sure we want to, because Ash implied it might not be a good idea.
Hey, you can eat it if you want to eat it. You can eat anything. It's hard enough.
This is very true.
So once we had opened the door to the second room, and I did some quick calculations and established that this Next room was the missing space from the exterior. Thank you very much.
I took massive liberties of your intelligence.
Yes. So we were again welcomed by a room with 6 pillars, a carved dragon head, a plinth, and in front of the plinth was this massive creature with a sword and a crossbow and big old elephant feet.
Do you have a picture of him in your notes, or was it just a description? Oh, it's a very small.
It's a very small picture.
Can you put it close? Because thanks. Oh, he's a big boy.
What creature was it, Ash?
Do you really want to know?
Yes.
It's called an orphan, not an orphan.
Okay.
Orthon, orphan.
Orphan.
It is a devil from Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse.
Oh.
And it looked like a fun creature that I've never used before.
Were there other things it could do it didn't get a chance to do because...
No. So, should we have a quick go through the stat block together?
Yeah, go on.
Right, so it's a large fiend. This AC is 17. I did put the hit points up a little bit to make it a bit more of a fight. Yeah.
It was hurt.
That's why we only had 38. Oh, it's been wounded.
Yeah.
It's been hurt.
It's very strong and very tough, and quite intelligent, and quite wise, and very charismatic. Weirdly, its resistance to cold damage, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks aren't silvered. Immune to fire, which Adonis found out, and poison as well. It's immune to being charmed, exhausted, or poisoned. Dark vision, true sight, passive perception of 20. It can communicate telepathically and knows common and infernal as well, which is why it also communicated with you telepathically when you first came into the room. It has magic resistance, so advantage against saving throws, non-magical effects. It has an infernal dagger, didn't really use it because it's boring as shit. What's more interesting is its brass crossbow. So it's a +7 to hit for 14 force damage, and then there are 5, I've numbered them, I'm not counting them. There are 6 effects that can happen. I could choose the effect, but I thought it would be more fun to roll the effect. So it has an acid attack, it can blind people, it can concuss people, entangle people, paralyse people, or there's a tracking shot on it as well. As a bonus action, it has an invisibility field that recharges on a 4 to 6. I managed to recharge it every single turn.
Oh, okay.
4 to 6 is quite a big range.
It's 50%, isn't it? So it's pretty big. And as a reaction, when it dies, it explodes.
Okay.
I didn't bother reading the background of the creature, but just by the way it looked and the equipment that it has, it kind of felt like a hunter, gatherer, explorer kind of devil because of what it's equipped with and what it can do. So I thought it felt like the right kind of enemy to have break into the celestial realm and steal
I'm
out.
sorry, Ash, but I think knowing you and knowing your own admission as to how you set combat up, you thought it looked like a Achilles.
Actually, it's only CR10.
What was it saying? What did you call him?
Orthon.
No. What was his name?
Oh, Randy.
Randy.
Yeah, Randy Orthon, as in the wrestler Randy Orton.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when we first challenged it, we kind of did the usual polite excuse me. Don't think you're supposed to be here.
Excuse me.
School mistress telling them off.
Sometimes it might work. Yeah, no.
Turned around and got, so sorry.
How many times has it worked? To which it gave us a bit of an insight as to why it was or how it got there, and apparently it was us.
It was you.
Oops.
Yeah, it was.
It's a weird.
I think so. So technically, but in my mind, actually that's the celestial realm's fault. Because if their only means of preventing fiends, devils or whatever to get into their realm is 1 unicorn and 2 lions that got taken out by us fuckwits, then no, I'm sorry, we're not taking responsibility for the fact that he snuck in.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, no. It's like all the angels were like, oh, look at them. And they're all just like on a TV watching us come in while he just walks in the side door. It's fully their fault.
But we also had seen that it was he had picked a golden rose, so I was just waiting for the pixies to turn up and take it out.
That would have been good.
Swarms of pixies.
It wasn't an actual rose.
Was there still a golden rose?
Yeah, it's,
It might be, because, they made some pretty kick-ass plants in that garden.
well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens
Mm.
with the golden rose.
So he was holding his golden rose, and then he decided to attack. Lots of attacks.
But not as many as I thought. I thought he was going to have a bit more.
No, true. I don't think he had multi-attack, did he?
He didn't. He doesn't have multi-attack, which means I can only hit you once with the crossbow, once with the infernal dagger, which I was a bit disappointed about. In hindsight, I'd probably run that creature with multi-attack and have 2 attacks a turn. Because when you look at John's going to say I can't balance encounters. But when you look at encounter balance, one of the things you can consider is action economy. So each one of you can move, action, bonus action. So you get 3 points each, which is 9. Well, I could do the same, move, action, bonus actions. That's 3 to your 9. 2 of you can attack twice.
Yeah.
So that kind of is an extra action each.
That's how
so that's
that
9,
works.
10, 11 for you, and I'm still only on 3. Adonis was absolutely useless, so you might as well take his attack out, which puts you to 10 to 3, because most of your damage is fire.
Yeah.
So you weren't really going to be doing much damage to him. So the action economy was stacked against me in that situation. So in hindsight, I should have realised that and given him multi-attack as well.
That is
Would
the
have balanced
first
it. Just like
time
to clarify.
anyone's ever explained what action economy means.
Oh,
I'd also
Thanks.
just like to clarify, I've never said you don't know how to.
just I refuse to.
I'm pretty sure your account balance goes, that's a cool monster, they'll figure it out. Bosh!
That, to be fair, that's how I tend to address as
There's an
well.
element of truth
Absolutely,
in
yeah.
that.
Sometimes. Not every time.
That's cool, I think they can take it.
Sometimes I go down the Andy school of encounter balance. If that model's cool, I want to use it.
Yes. What stats can I apply to that?
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, so that's, in hindsight for that encounter, I think that would have made it more threatening. How close did you guys get to going down?
I did.
Oh, you did at the end.
At the very end, yeah.
Was Adonis pretty close?
Took the one hit, you both with the explosion at the end, yeah, it was reasonably close, 3/4 probably.
Yeah, with Vesper was all right then.
I was barely.
You got hit like once or something.
Yeah, I got hit once. I took 8 points of damage, and then I got temp HP from what I was doing, and then it was only when he exploded that I actually went to 9 points of damage.
Yeah. So what was quite nice was that encounter gave Vesper an opportunity to shine, especially with the number of natural 20s you were rolling.
Yeah,
Which was really good because the damage you were doing was significant.
yeah, which is quite nice because I think that's probably the first time that she's actually got to have a good go with that axe. And because the last time we fought something, it wasn't a humanoid, so she didn't. She's like, yes, it is. I can use these extra bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
That
fun.
was quite, and that was not by design, that was accidental.
That was good. I enjoyed it.
Yes, I spent all my time being grappled by multiple arms.
You could have broken
Very
away from it.
handsy.
Not with my strength, I don't think.
You could use Dex as well. With strength or Dex.
No.
Range though, so you don't necessarily
I mean,
need to
need
Well, that's true.
break
Yeah,
out, do
because
you?
I was range, I was quite happy
You're quite happy to
sitting
sit
there.
there. Yeah.
You just get a little
Shooty.
thigh massage.
Mm. Yes, he did tickle my feet.
Yes.
So yeah, so there was lots and lots of popping in and out of visibility, and some rather ingenious ways of tracking him with your little light show.
Well, yeah, so I realised, Noob Fire wasn't going to do any damage to it. I was pretty sure metagamey it wasn't, but I wanted to make sure I cast at least one fire spell to prove it.
Yep.
And then, all my spells are fire. So it was already cast magic weapon on your axe, Vesper, so it was like, well, what else can I do? Well, try and make it visible so the rest of you can hit it.
Why did you get confused when Vesper gave you a nod of acknowledgement when you were holding on to him? You said that you kind of stared at her and was like, all right.
Like, he had no idea why you would have done that.
Cool.
I'm assuming it's because I'm in the thick of it.
Yeah. She was super impressed. She's like,
Yeah, he has no idea.
Stepping up. I think it was partly also in her head. She's like, you gave G that little pep talk about, remember that time with the vampire when you slid in? And in her mind, it was like, he's taking his moment. He wants to slide in and be the hero, but all he can do is pat, 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 pat.
Just pat him down. Where's that flower gone? It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured I was to try and buff you in as many ways as I can, and try and get the flower was about all I could contribute to that fight.
Yeah.
The decision to use a creature which was immune to fire damage was a deliberate one, knowing that you have all fire spells.
Yeah.
Because it then forces the player, or you in this case, to think about your character differently. Think about how else can I contribute to this encounter without just dealing damage.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time as D&D players, you fall into that trap of, well, I've just got to kill it, so I'll just deal damage. Whereas when that option's taken away from you, you then have to think about what else you can do as a player to, what's I'm looking for?
Help.
Yeah, contribute. That's what I'm looking for, contribute to the encounter.
Also, it's fun from a character development perspective, because I'd be interested to know if coming away from that, Adonis is then like, okay, well, I couldn't do anything in that, so I therefore have to seek ways that I can help if that situation happens in the future, and if that might change his...
So I think if he wasn't turned invisible, I would have changed what I was doing. So first off, I would have fireballed G, using that the fact that I can make G protected to get rid of all those arms. Just like blasting
Fireball, yeah.
Which I think you would have allowed to blast them away. There were pillars in there, try and collapse a pillar on it, blow the ceiling in. Like, there's plenty of things could have used spells to try and do.
Yeah.
That don't do direct fire damage. So
it's easier to do that when there's spell cards as well, isn't it?
Oh,
to manipulate when you do. If I'd done it to Vesper, for example, I said, well, your attacks aren't doing anything.
Yeah, it would have been...
What else can you do? You're kind of like, well...
I can grab it.
It's really hard, isn't it, at that point? So that's why you have to be careful when you take those options away from a player.
Yeah.
You have to be careful there are other things they can do.
But Adonis is a wizard who blows stuff up, and I've known you, like, I've played with you long enough, Ash, to know that if I said I'm going to fireball behind a pillar to try and collapse it on its head, yeah, it's going to be challenging, but you'd absolutely let me try that.
Yeah, because you're expending
wasting
resources.
resources to do
That's
it.
exactly it. It's about resource management. If you want to do it for free with a cantrip, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Not without a very high
Like a
DC
third level
Arcana
fireball.
check. That's exactly. You'll spend a third level spell slot as a resource you're expending. So yeah, absolutely. Why shouldn't you be able to do that?
It's fun. It's a fun way to play, I think, sometimes.
Yeah. That's how I justify whether a character can or cannot do something most of the time. Is, are you expending a resource to do it? Is there a cost to you as a player?
Yeah.
If there's no cost to you and you're just being a cheeky bastard, I don't know why I looked at you and
Because I'm a cheeky I think, picking up on that theme, I've always ever played pretty much, characters that hit.
Yeah.
But recently I've started 2 campaigns. The Tuesday night one where I'm playing Artificer, and my son started to run, albeit Pathfinder, but it's based on the 3rd edition of rules, so I'm playing a bard. And I am thinking differently about how to... They're more support characters, aren't they? So I'm thinking more about, well, how can I support the group other than shoot it or hit it with a sword?
Yeah. It makes you a better player.
Yeah.
And that will also make you a better DM. Because you will understand what those classes can bring to your adventure and what curveballs you might get thrown when you're running a game as well.
Yeah.
Is it Artificer or Artificer?
What, Artificer?
You said the same word twice.
Artificer or Artificer?
It's Artificer. It's Artificer.
Okay. That one. Thank you.
How did you put that up for you?
Hard to decipher.
And there he is.
Little dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep. Look at you, him.
Oh, I wasn't going to go to sleep.
No.
Can't do it as
I
quick
might.
as you.
So yes, there's lots and lots of fighting until eventually Vesper with a mighty magical axe.
A mighty double nat 20.
A mighty double
Followed
nat
by
20.
another one.
Yeah.
That was hot, hot, hot.
A mighty triple 20 with her magic axe killed him.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's death resulting in a bit of an explosion that took, I believe, Patch and myself out.
Mm-hmm.
Which was also frustrating that, obviously very sad you're dead. Boo-hoo. But the fact that his gear went with him as well, because I think G could have done some real damage with that.
It specifically says, just to pick up on this, in the reaction, All other creatures within 30 feet, DC 17 dexterity saving throw, taken 9 fire damage plus 9 thunder damage, and I failed a half as much on success, but I rolled the 2d8 because it was more fun. The Orphan, its infernal dagger and its brass crossbow are destroyed.
Yeah.
So it specifically has that in there,
Yeah.
which is unusual.
Which is it's also a pity because, you know, I've got crossbow experience now.
Yeah, you with that crossbow could be a real pain
Yeah.
for me.
But
So you're not having it.
also, you got that new armor recently. So.
Yes, I have got the armour, but that what it does is increase my AC against elemental attacks. So, not that that's a bad thing. It's good. But yeah, so the only thing that he left behind was the golden rose that he dropped. But we have no idea about what it is, what it does, because you ended the episode.
Well, we do now because he let it slip
Yeah, true.
today.
True.
What did I let slip?
You let slip that it is an item of Melora. It's an
Oh,
artifact
yeah, but I didn't
of
tell you what it
Melora.
does.
No, you didn't.
No, okay, good.
But now you go, I know we don't know this in game, but found it!
It turned out to be a wand of flowers, isn't it? That's what it's going to turn out to be. Wave of flowers spring into being.
I mean, as a player, the way we ended that particular episode, I'm now having flashbacks to D7.
Because you think we're not going to save you.
Yeah.
I ended that session there really deliberately. It was a perfect place to end the session with exactly what had happened. You being down actually gives a fantastic start to the next session to stop you guys from making an absolutely horrendous mistake and potentially ruining part of the narrative. So you being down is actually incredible from my point of view as a DM. It's perfect.
So do I need to start rolling for a new character?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Cryptic.
Well,
Yeah, it's amazing. The end of that session to me was perfect.
you wanted one of us to be down.
No, I didn't plan.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
plan for me to be down. But then, G's down. The rose is gone. The creature's gone.
The rose is
Rose is just on
Sorry,
the floor.
I mean
yeah.
the rose is on the floor. Yeah, not the rose is
Yeah.
gone. The rose is on the floor. The creature's gone. G's down, and I'm like, well, actually, if G's down, that means next session when we do this, that means this, which means this, which means they won't do that. And in my head, I'm going, this is just like, this is amazing. This is the textbook ending.
And do you know what? The only reason I'm down is because I copied Vesper and took those couple of points of damage right up my hand.
Yeah.
If I hadn't done that, I would have been up with about 1 point.
You also picked up the razor sharp
Razor sharp
grass,
Grass,
didn't you?
yeah.
So that would have.
Yeah, so, but even with that, if I hadn't have done the cut of the hands and taken that
You'd have been
damage,
all right.
I'd have been up literally with 1 point.
They're super curious about the stuff.
So I'm blaming you.
Super
Trying to
curious.
get this in your good books. I do what you do,
And
and
just
I end up.
to fill you
down.
with confidence, the fact that you cut your hand meant nothing to mess with. That was just, okay, you want to do it too? Cool. Yeah, sure. Ideas, guys, ideas? Oh, dear. You'll be fine.
I haven't got any healing potions. You
I have. The lucky thing is,
You do have.
the only reason that I poured one away is because I had one left.
Okay.
So I do have one healing potion left.
Cool.
And I have my pocket bacon, which we have confirmed is a good berry.
We have.
So if
Agreed
not,
that.
I'm just going to shove a piece of bacon and with jaw.
Ooh, I like bacon.
Maple bacon as well.
This mental image of Vesper being down with a bit of bacon in G's mouth, holding his jaw, just going, oh, that's very nice bacon. Thank you, Vesper.
I love bacon more than torture. Oh, no.
I do like bacon. So, have I missed anything? Is that pretty
No,
much
I
it?
think you've covered absolutely
No?
everything for that episode.
Okay. So that does bring us to the end of this episode because we've covered everything in the last week's episode. So
Yeah.
I shall,
Yeah.
absolutely,
That's
indeed. So I shall say a good day to one and all, and goodbye, and goodbye from you guys.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
goodbye, goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's it. That's a wrap.
All right. And of course, it's time now to shout out our Patreon members. We have our Ruby members, Niall R, Laura D, Claire C, Pole C, Rebecca M, Alberta S and Joshua M.
Our Sapphire members, Gary S, Dave R, Kylie T, and our Emerald member, Stuart P.
The Diamond Group, Ash, Bertie, John, Andy, Dave F, Martin M, Chris L and Zeke W.
And Obsidian, we had Ant. Deck was in here, but his direct debit bounced. And for our ruling council, we've got JP, Sophia S and Chris BT.
Thank you to all of our Patreon members for supporting what we do at the Charity Gaming Guild. If you want to shout out on the Nat Pun podcast, head over to patreon.com/CharityDND today and sign up to it.